Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an awesome day. Oh, let me do this. All right, that's better. Hoping everybody's having an awesome day, an awesome start to the week. Look, I'm here to provide some encouragement, some insight, uh, to point you in the right direction, to give you something to work with. Before I do, I want to point you to the description box, um, and let you check out that we are bringing back the 30-day challenge, the 30-day Your Best Life challenge. It's an opportunity to work with yours truly over the course of a month, 3 sessions, comprehensive disc assessment to evaluate where you are, how you think, how you move, to determine the best way to approach an upcoming goal or an aspiration. It's something I love doing. I do the 30-day challenge, a few times a year, maybe, but definitely twice a year. If you are interested in making a change in your life right now, the 30-day challenge is an opportunity to work in a one-on-one capacity with yours truly over the course of 30 days and to set a specific goal that we want to accomplish and to systematically move toward it. It's something I love doing. So definitely, if you're interested in that, click the link and excuse me. Oh man, of course that would do that thing. Sorry about that. But anyway, um, I want to talk to you today about discipline. We talk about self-discipline all the time. We talk about the importance. I tell you, and I'll tell anyone that in order to achieve any form of success, no matter what you're talking about, success in your career, success on the job, success in finance, success in relationships, there's this consistency that is required. And the only way to achieve this level of consistency is through self-discipline. See, this level of consistency can't be achieved through will, because there's just some days you're not going to feel like it. It can't be achieved by a certain energy of emotional motivation, because some days you just won't be emotionally charged. There has to be a level of discipline involved, a level that says it's getting done no matter what, and you show up. And people say, well, how do you develop that discipline? Discipline, like every other thing that you will do in your life, is achieved first by bringing your thoughts into captivity. It's about developing a disciplined thought process. It's about being aware of thoughts that don't serve your purpose and discarding them and replacing them with thoughts that do. It's about taking a certain type of mindset when you are looking at the goal at hand. One of the things that you're going to have to do immediately in your thought process is create a mindset that embraces the process. You got to literally fall in love with the process. I find so many people, and you wonder why people remain within the parameters or the constricts of average and mediocrity. It's because that they are not willing to embrace the concept of process. See, people want the promise, but they're not willing to endure the process. That's where most people are. I want this, but I'm not willing to go through this to get it. Well, then you can't have it, because the process is the developmental force that pushes you towards the things you want. See, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. The process prepares you. It develops you into being what you need to be to have what you want. It's that simple. You don't get what you want. You can want it all day long, but if you don't take the steps to move into the process, to develop, to grow, to become wiser, to become more knowledgeable, to become more skilled, to become more focused, to become aware, you will never achieve it. You're sitting there. Everything you need is on the inside of you. The people who are achieving things aren't better than you. They're doing things differently. That's the thing that you have to understand. Most people want the promise, but they don't want the process. Always precedes promise. You can't have a promise without first enduring the process. That's something you're going to have to do right out the box, is develop a mindset that's prepared to go into the battle, a mindset that's prepared to go into difficult situations and persevere, a mindset that's willing to deal with setbacks and different situations and obstacles and delay and all of that other stuff that turn most people back to their position and corner of comfort. You cannot get anything of exceptional value hiding in comfort. Will Smith, I think, said it best, that God placed everything worth having on the other side of fear. I would add pain. So I would say God placed everything worth having on the other side of fear and pain, not in a sadistic way, but in a way that says, this is what you got to go through in order to have it. I tell people all the time, life will test you. Life will pay whatever price you demand of it. Whatever price you demand of it, it'll pay it. But life has this way of putting counter demands on you as the terms of condition in delivering your promise or delivering your demand. So you sit up and say, I want, and I had this happen with clients, I want a better marriage. Life said, I can give you that. I can help you improve your marriage. Life said, I can deliver to you the marriage you desire. But then life turns around and said, you're going to have to stop hanging out every other day with your friends. You're going to have to actually start listening to what your spouse is saying. You're going to actually have to develop a concern and care about what they're saying, even if it doesn't register with you, even if it doesn't sound important, even if you don't agree with it. You got to hear it and give it value. Life is going to say that you have to put yourself in a back position. You can't be first in your relationship and your relationship grow, because then you force your partner to be in a situation where they've got to protect their own interests. And anytime you got two people protecting their own interests, it's not about the relationship anymore. It's about two individuals that happen to be occupying the space. You've got to put the other person before you. You just got to have somebody you trust enough to do it. But life is going to say, this is what you got to do. You know, I've had people, they bucked that. Why? Because in their mindset, they felt they had a right to be where they were and how they were thinking and dealing in the relationship. And I said, if you want the same relationship you have, or you want your relationship to fall apart, then yeah, continue to do what you're doing and feel entitled to do it and just continue on. Or you can sit up and say, you know what? I've got to change some things. I've got to change. So life is going to test you. Life is going to test you when you say you want to lose weight. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to get in the gym. You're going to have to put in the work. Life is going to test you when you say you want to improve your finances. You're going to have to make some different decisions on how you manage your money. You're going to have to make some different decisions on what you're going to do to increase streams of revenue. Those are things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be willing to take some hits in order to make some big progress. All of those things are going to be part of a process where life is going to test. Most people don't want to stand up to the test. Most people want to sit out there and throw something out there. And as soon as it gets difficult, they pull it back in and say, well, maybe not this time. You're looking for a perfect opportunity. It doesn't exist. You're looking for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. What exists is this opportunity for you to get out there and grind. This opportunity for you to get out there and learn. This opportunity for you to get out there and grow. If you don't take the opportunity, you will remain where you're at, or you will regress. So when you talk about discipline, self-discipline, it starts with your thinking. See, people who have the proper self-discipline, I was talking to my wife about this last night, they aren't looking for ways to avoid the work. People who have the right frame of mind and disciplined thinking aren't looking for the shortcut. People who have a disciplined way of thinking are prepared to go the distance. Their thought processes has told them, I'm going to have some hiccups. I'm going to run into some bumps in the road. There's going to be a bunch of things that aren't going to feel good. But if I'm persistent, if I'm consistent, if I refuse to quit, if I'm relentless, I will produce the results I desire. It can't be withheld from me. You put in the work, it comes back. But you got to be willing to put in the work. So discipline starts in the mind. How are you thinking about your process? How are you thinking about the steps that need to be taken? How are you thinking? If you're sitting up saying, man, this is some bullcrap, I hate this, you're going to struggle mightily because you want the promise, but not the process. You got, like I say, not just fall in love with the process. No, I'm finna go ahead and get dirty. I'm about to go in here and get dirty. But when I get dirty, it's going to move me towards the things I want. I'm going to have to go in here, maybe get a little bloody, but it's going to move me towards the things that I desire. I'm going to go in here and I may lose some friends, but it's going to push me into a circle where the people who can pour into me exist. That's the thing that you gotta embrace and fall in love with the process. You gotta sit up and say, you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. No surrender, no retreat. I'm going to leave you with that. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I'm not leaving anything untapped, untouched, unactualized. That's my challenge to you. It's time for you to look inside and acknowledge all of this potential that's lying dormant, activate it, and then actualize it. Live your life on full. Leave an imprint on this world that can't be denied or ignored. That's the precursor to greatness. I'm about to check out of here. Look, as I said, for those of you who want to work with me on a one-on-one basis over the next 30 days for the 30-day challenge, the link is in the description box. Click that link, take care of business. You will receive a response directly from yours truly. The support team is not even involved in it. This is me and you. Oh, hold on. Somebody's asking a question. I don't want to leave. Mel Will says, what do you do when it's just you and everyone is working against you? Number one is, if you're in an environment where everyone's working against you, you need to find a different environment. There are people out there who will see your potential and who will pour into you. There are people out there that will cultivate the genius in you, cultivate the gift in you. But you have to get in a space where you can discover who you are and become so convinced of who you are that what others are doing around you doesn't matter. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy on the inside, the enemy on the outside can do you no harm. Once you determine who you are, you will know without a shadow of a doubt what to do with people who work against you, what to do with people who don't want to stand with you. There are those who will. You got to find your circle. You got to intentionally create a circle that's thriving, a circle with people who are doing better than you so that they can teach you, people with in a circle who are headed where you're heading so they can encourage you. You have a responsibility to redesign and reconstruct your circle. You're born into a circle and thrust into one, but rarely is that the circle that you keep, because rarely are those people going to be able to cultivate the greatness in you at a circle. Sometimes they are. Sometimes the circle you're born into is absolutely awesome. But most of the times, you've got to go out and create your own. So that's the element. That's the component. That's the thing that you have to do. I hope that helps you. I would love for you to click the link and hook up with me and take this 30-day challenge. There's a lot I would like to visit with you. Just that question alone opens up a lot and shares a lot, way more than you think. But that's up to you. If you decide. On that note, I'm getting ready to get out of here. You guys have an unbelievably awesome day. I'm out.